Kenya is a country of many contrasts, from its landscapes to demographics, and more so, its social and economic inequalities. Located in the eastern part of Africa, 42% of its population of 44 million live below the poverty line. Access to basic quality services such as healthcare, education, clean water and sanitation is often a luxury for many people in this region. Large segments of population, including the burgeoning urban poor, are highly vulnerable to climatic, economic and social shocks, with mixed progress on the Millennium Development Goals in regards to social security. A visit to Kadawa village in Kisumu region paints a grim picture in the poverty scale. Here, these elderly people are barely surviving on handouts from well-wishers in the community. At the verge of losing hope, the crops have dried up. A sign of a bleak future and spelling hunger in the coming months.
Nyaka ne kenda an pok anyuolo nyathi. An mana nyithind yuocha gi nyithinda. Gine ma ginyalo miya chiemo moro ka ginwang'e matin. Mano kende. Koro kaka konyra onge, kata kaka methi onge.
Wang'aw kine kacha, kabio kaneku, gimitong'o ni bio katong', midoyo kama bio kado. Bas koro tama, koro nyathina ni, en ma koro kao ting' moloso luoro odni mobugo na yot, manyocha neni kute donje igi.
In the neighboring village, it is a case of same script, different cast altogether as it plays out to Shemo Twoma, who has been living here for decades, now fending for his family on a meager income from quail farming and rearing of livestock.
Wan wawegi gima nyalo konyo maduong' ahinya en pur. To nikech kati wuog ne dhi dwaro tich oko, onge tich medhi dwaro oko. Tij andikano be otin gi pesa, ok onyal konyo ni nyithindo, ok onyal konyo joma nie idala, to pi onge mwanyalo puro kod alot kata nyanya. To nyanya nyalo chiek ni saidi. Kata kitungu nyalo chieka.
This is replicated in most villages in this region, but with eyes fixed on the horizon in hope of a better living standard. Some of the locals have gone into fishing activities in Lake Victoria, while others have gone to look for employment opportunities in the urban areas. According to locals here, small and medium enterprises is the backbone of a vibrant economy. However, due to lack of capital and technological know-how, some of the enterprises have plunged into a pool of desperation.
We've been discussing and talking about the need for industry and entrepreneurship and the availability of machinery to help these avenues be developed. We think we can do that by creating open source brick presses in the United States, bring them here, and also train people here in Kenya about how to build and access this technology, which is free of charge. You don't have to pay anyone, you just have to be able to fabricate and build the machines themselves. The other thing we could do is get people to help fabricate our brick presses, and then we can ship them over here, set them up, and then just get business starting right away.
It's really going to change the life of our people, particularly on building materials. If you can have that new technology of making bricks 5,000 a day, whereby before, even now, when people are making bricks, it takes days.
Obote Randa has been practicing horticultural farming for the last 30 years after he resigned from a lucrative government job as an agricultural officer.
Yeah, I'm not only the farming I do, I'm doing the fish farming. I'm also doing the forest, I have the trees also. The mango, we collect the local ones and then we put the hybrid on top, we graft. We are calling what graft, we change. We change the local one to come the hybrid one. So we have so many varieties of the mangoes.
Through this, he has been able to afford a good standard of living for his family. In spite of all this, he's also had his own share of ups and downs.
Since I started my business since the year 2002, I've never met any government, the community, when the government coming around the community to sell the farmers difficult. Maybe like a greenhouse, I cannot afford to buy the greenhouse. The smallest greenhouse in Kenya, maybe the best in Kenya is 270,000 Kenya selling. And to get that amount sometimes is not very easy because we have the land, we have the water, just want to get the greenhouse.
With the approach of using smart villages in the Kenyan setup, there will be enormous scope for learning from what works in one site and adopting it for others.
Smart Village was the idea about the best way to describe the idea of using technology and modern innovation to help impact developing countries that are largely reliant on agriculture and so forth, and also the idea that a village really is the basic unit of human existence and has been until very recently. So having a smart village, the concept is using technology, the most innovative, and like I said, open source, which means collaborative, and it's not proprietary. Anyone owns it, you know, and that shows the spirit of sharing involved in generosity and charity, but using those technologies to really create the best possible life for not only people here, but around the world. And so we're really excited about Kenya and the opportunity of doing it first here, first smart village in Kenya. And then, you know, I think that we'll see thousands around the world.
The other essential element for learning networks is training the trainers.
We can have the donors, but then we can come in and then we tell the community they can come for the training. I can train them both the grafting and the how we can change the local fruit trees and then come to the hybrid one. Because the hybrid, there's a lot of demand for them.
Also, one of the greatest strengths of this smart approach is that people from different communities, researchers from different disciplines, non-governmental organizations and other partners will all come together to test a range of options in an integrated fashion.
Where there's a will, there's a way, but we can always make things easier, and having those existing relationships can get us started right away. So, you know, as soon as we build the brick presses and tractors and micro tractors, which can help create furrows and, you know, help people with agriculture, as well as teaching people some really innovative techniques about growing fish and using that to help as fertilizer for plant life, I think we'll see high productivity almost immediately, and that'll help change people's lives because they won't just be living day to day and wondering about a harvest. They'll have surplus they can sell, invest, and that's how we really change lives and impact the country.
Efforts to date show how food security, health options and resilience can be improved, and at the same time suggest ways in which smallholders in all sorts of communities can adopt to their well-being.
You'd have greenhouses, you'd have some outdoor farming, you know, livestock facilities, making sure that they're the most hygienic and best for the animals as well, because, you know, the quality of life of the animal will affect the people and what they're eating. Also, you know, housing, good housing with that people can live in dignity and have, you know, sanitary facilities and showers and stuff like that. A workshop, of course, and a school where people can learn about leadership and also technology. And then, you know, I think having this strong cultural center with, like I said, around a workshop, and then training people to not only build the machinery, build things, and you know, be independent. They can go and have this idea of spreading almost virally this concept, and then it's out of our hands, and we'll see them. We'll find 10 years there'll be these smart villages everywhere.
We believe that when you're with the right people, at the right place, at the right time, then a lot of beautiful things can happen and you can change the world. And we think that if we work together as a team, hopefully we're going to have change the world. If not change the world, make an impact and empower people and advance the kingdom of God as well.